bodyguard.
I hope that bitch Laura Ingraham gets the Nipsey curse next.
Oh, that chick, bro. Like,
dumb bitch, man.
Man,
Tell
Fox News to me, like,
what happened?
I don't. Okay, this is what happened, right? So most of the audience knows already. We're probably a little late on this, but it's still really valid to talk about. But basically, this Fox News anchor or whatever,
Laura Ingraham, yeah,
Laura
dumb
Ingraham,
bitch.
right? They were doing a little segment on Nipsey Hussle, and then she went on to kind of like go into like black on black crime and da da da. You want to pull up the clip? But she started going off into some other shit and was kind of like she's being very sarcastic towards Nipsey Hussle passing. It was really trashy, but I don't expect much from Fox News. Fox News is trashy. Like, I would never listen to Fox News and take anything they say like with any kind of credibility. And of course, they have no accountability for what they say. They just say whatever. Their audience is basically like right wing, poor folks, bro. More or less. Because I can't imagine anybody who makes a certain amount of money or has a certain amount of intelligence will listen to Fox News and think that anything they're saying is really credible.
Yeah,
this is shit they say. This is dumb shit. It's like an opinion. It says fair and balanced news in their like intro. I'm like, oh.
They're so right, dude. They're so right wing. It's ridiculous.
It's hella funny, bro. Like, it's hella funny.
Let me roll the clip. I found it. Here we go.
Starts off with
fucking YG song.
Thank you. That's a YG song.
Not even a fucking
with Nipsey fucking featured in it.
Not even his fucking verse.
She's like, all them niggers sound the same. Like, like she don't even know which one is the fucking Nipsey Hussle. I bet.
Dude, what?
Yeah, what is that? What does it have to do with it? They're better off just not even speaking on it. Like,
yeah.
Some nigga died.
No,
that's news story.
She's
just
done
that.
Stirs up shit. That's her fucking job. That's what they do. They just love to stir up shit. Well, guess what, Laura Ingraham? We're gonna take your views. We're gonna talk about it. And we're gonna fucking bash you and take your views.
Yeah, bitch.
Bitch.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yee.
Anyway, fuck that bitch. That's the only amount of time I'm gonna give her.
Yeah, it's like she's a clown.
Moving on.
A payaso.
So since we're on a fucking bitch note right now, so Waka Flocka's studio got shot at.
Wow,
that's fucked up.
So what happened with that? Like, was
cool.
he even a target of it, or was it just like he was in the studio and some people in there were?
I think it was the studio that he was at. Yeah, so he escaped injury when gunshots were fired at him. News outlets are saying that 3 men fired several shots into the ZAC recording studio on April 4th. There were about a dozen people inside. So it's tough to say if he was really the target, right?
Yeah, it could have been like anybody inside of there.
A dozen people, right, yeah. So, I mean, one person was shot in the arm, had to take cover. He was not injured too much. But another man was, No, just the one man shot in the arm, and then Waka Flocka had to take cover, and then they believe that. I guess they do believe that the rapper was a target.
Oh shit!
But maybe not the only target. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man, I'm glad Waka's good.
Yeah, stay safe.
That's really close to around when Nipsey passed away. It's like, damn, man, like.
Yeah, they're out here fucking trying to get him out of here.
Yeah.
Could be assassins. That's what some people are saying.
Look, I won't say anything.
Because they're saying that Nipsey. Do you know about that?
Look, I won't. This is the only thing I'll say about the Nipsey thing. Who paid for Eric Holder's attorney? But yeah. Anyway, what was the next one?
There's just fucking incredible amount of shit going on. Mystical.
Yeah, speaking about Mystical.
He reached a settlement. $3 million settlement coming out of fucking jail. So that's, shouts out good for him. The settlement was for, I don't know what it was for.
Well, because he got, I'm pretty sure he got arrested for, like, tax evasion. And when he was fighting.
Right. He was fighting the IRS. That's a win. We talked about that.
Yeah, because
I can't believe I forgot that for a second.
His lawyer's argument was he was under the full impression that the labels were paying the taxes on it. Because he was an employee for the label.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the label's fault.
Yeah, straight. Ultimately, it was the fucking label's fault doing some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see artists actually get a wiggle out of that.
Yeah, even if it is Mystical. I mean, not that. I'm just saying that because he's
What?
not too
Yeah,
relevant right now.
Yeah, the Mystical was if anybody doesn't remember, you remember that song Ludacris? Move, bitch, get out the way. He was the second verse, the guy who was screaming a lot. That was Mystical. He was a big artist in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
First time, but he fell off. But let me pull up that whole story about that, blah 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 about Mystical, because I thought that was really dope, like sticking it to the man. But
yeah, no, I thought it was pretty good. He's one of the many who are really working on these kind of like large payout settlement type dispositions, and I do feel like there is a lot of one win for someone like that is a big win for a lot of people, because he's hasn't been doing too much recently, is an older artist. It gives you kind of more solace if you do decide to take that kind of career path and you feel like, okay, you're a creative, you put out those hits, you did your job, and now 10, 15 years later, you're ready to retire. It gives you a little bit of closure knowing that there are still some people that are fighting for you that are going to go out and, help you get what's rightfully yours, especially when you have people coming at you for large amounts of money. You're probably living well off. You're probably using that money to try to put your grandkids through, college or something, or trade school. I don't know. But that's just a personal opinion that I feel like one win for somebody like that is a big win for a lot of people who are independents, creatives, independent business owners, things like that. You got the IRS. Anytime the IRS comes after you and you don't got to pay them, I mean, that is a win, especially if you're in the right. If you're obviously pay your taxes. If you're in the wrong, pay your fucking taxes. Don't be a fucking dick. We got roads to fix.
Here's shit. Hey, they fixed all 580, which is cool.
Hey.
But what was I gonna say? So even onto that, just because you're signed to a label or some shit like that, or anything you do in life, you have to be the number one person to look over your own paperwork and make sure shit's getting paid. If you're like an accountant or something, there's nothing saying your accountant probably didn't even pay the taxes. They're pocketing your shit. You never know. You got to be in control of your finances. You need to pay attention to that kind of shit.
Yeah,
you can't put it on someone else. You need to be on top of that, because things like that could happen, like what happened to Mystical.
Yeah, kids, if you want to be a rapper, go to school for business.
Yeah.
Go and sub, major, minor in fucking the arts and like literature and shit, so you can know how to read better. But really, if you want to, I want to be a famous rapper when I grow up, then go fucking learn business, learn how to read contracts, learn all the shit that you're gonna need to know to not get fucked over. And then when that shit does or does not fall through, you at least have a degree to fall back on that can get you a decent paying job. Because let's face it, there is always gonna be a need for people to want a business manager. Any sort of management, you're going to need a manager. It's a decent paying position. You can have a family. You can support yourself. So
you're not getting your hands super dirty, like
exactly.
Not breaking your back or doing anything like that.
Well, you could be a construction manager. You could be a manager.
But you don't have to do any of the construction work.
Exactly.
Manager.
You don't have to.
You usually don't.
So
there's an earthquake that hit like a week or two ago out here. You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't even feel it, man. I sleep through all the earthquakes, man. I tell you.
Fucking watch one of these crumble the whole fucking building. We're all gonna be fucked.
Nah, we're good, man. These walls are stood up in 2012. Fucking
earthquake
proof.
They have really good really good earthquake
standards for the structural buildings and shit like that nowadays. All right, yeah. So, next thing I want to talk about is Nicki Minaj just fired her management, the same management that Drake fired a couple years ago. Now, is that a coincidence, or is that Fifi Kiki fucking little stunt, like pushing 6ix9ine into the next element? Is that catching up to this guy? Because come on, let's face it, who won? The whole Queen rollout sucked. It should have been way bigger than it was. Teaming up with 6ix9ine was not a good move. 6ix9ine got all the publicity for that. So many L's from that guy. L after L after L.
That's a good point too, because he got most of the publicity from it. Nicki Minaj didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So who is the one making all these bad calls? Hopefully it's that guy, and hopefully he's gone. So I mean, shouts out to Nicki Minaj. I hope shit rebounds for her. I hope it does better than
You know what my theory is? I don't think he's so much of a bad manager, but an outdated manager. Right? So
but this shit moves quick, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how long? Was he working with Nicki Minaj since she like dropped her like first project back then? Like, is it the same manager she's had for?
Yeah,
several
those are the
years?
real questions. Yeah,
Because if it is, because you think about it, he's running off of old software. Let's put in terms of software, running off of old software from the fucking mid to late, 2000s, like 2005 to 2010.
The early
And
2000s, and he's
marketing.
refusing to upgrade. He's refusing to pay the $29.95 fucking annual fee for an upgrade license, and he just won't do it.
He was doing like a 2012 rollout for 18 when that album dropped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it just didn't work. I mean, that should have did bigger numbers, and it didn't. And so we just need an explanation. We need to know why. Damn it.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about Nicki Minaj's music like that. I used to, but
And
I respect
that's
her.
why. That's because of the manager.
Good point. That's crazy. This is like I was saying. Most likely she's running off of old technology, and yeah. Dude,
Yeah, and okay, it doesn't matter. Like to your point, you can run off of old. You can have an old engine and just need to update it, right? Because Nicki Minaj is a recipe for success. I mean, how do you go wrong with that recipe? Yeah. How do you fuck that up?
She has such a huge, loyal fan base.
Yeah, you can't fuck that up.
Fan base.
You can fuck up over and over and over again and then get in this position, and you can still come back. Watch, she's 2020. It's going to be her year. If she gets good management. Somebody pick her up.
She's like the Beyonce of hip-hop.
Yeah.
Like, she's like one of the biggest fucking hip-hop stars in the last decade. Like, for real. Like, she outsells a lot of people, and women fuck with her hella heavy, and women really support
heavy.
They support the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Fucking Nicki.
Yeah, but like you can have an old engine and still, if you adapt, still, make it up to speed, bring it good. There's so many good examples of older artists who have adapted. 50 Cent is a great example of an older artist who adapted and is now still relevant to this day. He's a fucking like Instagram meme icon,
Yeah,
what I mean?
he is. He's like a super troll.
Yeah, super troll. There we go.
Shit, Joe Budden, bro.
Joe Budden is a great example.
I never heard of Joe Budden except for Pump It Up when I played Madden 04.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that, it was like maybe like in the 2010, 11, you'd hear his name from like this shit he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at the dude, bro.
Yeah, now look at him. I mean,
man.
after the whole complex thing, huge,
Yeah, you got to just rebrand yourself, and you got to change with the times.
Yeah, and
that's how you become successful as times change.
Even fucking like the Game is kind of rebranded himself and is still kind of relevant, even though he's still a rapper. So,
but he did it in a horrible way because I don't feel like he's making extra money off of his new formula of trying to be known. Because the Game kind of comes off as a clown sometimes, even though he's an incredible lyricist, an incredible rapper. I'll put him as one of the best like lyricists and rappers in the last like 10 years. Like he's really dope as a rapper, but
he just takes L's.
His antics as someone I see is like he's a blood gang member, older dude. He's a veteran in the game. I just feel like the antics take away from his music a lot because I don't want to see him acting like a clown. I like to see him act like how a Nipsey Hussle acted. Very mature. Very mature, carried himself very maturely, and the Game kind of like. Sometimes comes off as like a fucking 18-year-old.
Yeah, he's halfway in between what 50 Cent's doing, which is full troll, and then he's still rapping. But that's kind of my point. Is
his content is mature, but his actions aren't, and they don't match.
Yeah,
with what he says in his lyrics.
Yeah. But that was kind of my point: is that you could do both if you want to, and he's still got a following. Back to the Nicki thing, though. So if you were talking about adapting and bringing things to the new ways, and why you'd get rid of your old management, one of the things that she did was Queen Radio, I think it was.
Yeah,
and that
she
was
has like her own little podcast.
Yeah,
kind of
Apple
thing.
exclusive, I think it is, and it that's cool. That's a great way to adapt. Make it exclusivity. I don't agree with that, especially when you're getting a Tidal, Apple. You're getting on these platforms. Shouts out Spotify.
Hey,
you know
they're dope as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
They let us have a podcast.
You can't have exclusivity. I hop between platforms. Okay. I like to go on YouTube. I like to get my shit for free. It's 2019. I can listen to Queen Radio if I want to, and I don't even got to be an Apple user, okay? I can fucking bootleg that shit. I'll make money off of you, all right? No, I won't. But you get my point. Like,
Allegedly. It's all alleged.
that's my point. Is that doing this? Unless you're getting if you're getting the bag from that, shout out. Fine, get the bag. But exclusivity does not help you. It hurts you, especially if you're trying to brand yourself. Now, if you have such a brand, you're Drake. Okay, you're Drake. You can go do whatever the fuck you want. People are gonna follow you, right? Or you're Jay-Z. You know, you're Jay-Z. You can do whatever the fuck you want. People are gonna go to Tidal just because they want the Jay-Z